Ever wondered when silence speaks louder than words? Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, mastered the art of silence to navigate life's challenges. Today, we'll uncover 9 moments when remaining silent can transform your decisions, relationships, and inner peace. We live in an age where speaking up is celebrated, but what about the power of staying silent? According to Stoic philosophy, silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom in action. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of restraint, emphasizing that silence can prevent unnecessary conflict and foster deeper understanding. In this video, we'll explore 9 key situations where silence becomes your greatest ally, helping you avoid pitfalls and navigate life with clarity and purpose. Modern life is noisy social media, news, endless debates, and constant chatter. We're encouraged to share every thought and opinion, but has this really improved our lives? For the Stoics, restraint was a cornerstone of wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Think of the moments where words caused harm, heated arguments, thoughtless comments, or unsolicited advice. Each of these could have been avoided with a moment of pause. Silence isn't about suppression. It's about choosing your battles, mastering your emotions, and maintaining dignity. Let's dive into 9 specific situations where silence is not only golden, it's transformative. When you're angry, anger is a storm, and speaking in anger often leads to regret. Marcus Aurelius taught that emotions are temporary, but the consequences of our actions can last a lifetime. Silence in these moments allows us to regain control. Expanded example. Picture this: you're stuck in traffic and someone cuts you off. Your initial reaction might be to honk or shout, but what does this accomplish? Instead, take a deep breath. That moment of silence helps you release the tension without escalating the situation. Additional practical tip: practice the pause and reframe technique. When anger strikes, pause for 30 seconds and ask yourself, will this matter tomorrow? 2. When you lack full knowledge, speaking without understanding the full picture often leads to embarrassment or misinformation. The Stoics believed in listening and observing before acting. Expanded example. At work, a colleague makes a decision you disagree with. Instead of immediately criticizing, ask for their perspective. You might discover a valid reason behind their choice. Additional practical tip: adopt a mindset of curiosity. Respond to uncertainty with questions rather than statements. For instance, say, "Can you explain your reasoning?" 3. During heated arguments are rarely productive when emotions are running high. Marcus Aurelius emphasized reason over impulse. Silence during conflicts shows maturity and a focus on resolution. Expanded example. In a family dispute, tempers flare. Instead of interrupting or retaliating, let the other person vent. Your calm demeanor often diffuses the tension. Additional practical tip: repeat a Stoic mantra like, "I control my reactions, not their words," to maintain composure during arguments. 4. When you're tempted to gossip reflects poorly on your character and erodes trust. Marcus Aurelius believed in focusing on self-improvement rather than judging others. Expanded example. A friend shares a rumor about someone you know. Instead of fueling the gossip, redirect the conversation to a positive topic. This shift not only preserves your integrity, but also influences others to rethink their behavior. Additional practical tip: when tempted to gossip, ask yourself, Am I contributing to the solution or the problem? 5. When criticism isn't constructive criticism should aim to help, not hurt. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to focus on our own flaws before pointing out others' expanded example. Your sibling is struggling with a task. Instead of criticizing their effort, offer support. Silence in these moments shows empathy and understanding. Additional practical tip: before offering feedback, ask yourself, would I accept this criticism if roles were reversed? 6. When others are sharing their pain, listening is an act of compassion. The Stoics valued empathy and understood that silence can be more comforting than words. Expanded example: a friend tells you about a recent breakup. Instead of rushing to offer advice, simply say, "I'm here for you." Your silence creates a safe space for them to process their emotions. Additional practical tip: focus on nonverbal cues like nodding or maintaining eye contact to show you're fully present. 7. When you're planning, silence is essential for clarity. Marcus Aurelius often turned inward to reflect on his decisions. Expanded example: you're considering a major life change, like moving to a new city. Silence allows you to weigh the pros and cons without external noise clouding your judgment. Additional practical tip: schedule silent planning sessions where you disconnect from technology and focus solely on your thoughts. 8. When provoked by insults, responding to insults only gives power to the insulter. Marcus Aurelius taught that our dignity lies in not letting others dictate our emotions. Expanded example: a stranger mocks your appearance. Instead of reacting, remind yourself that their words reflect their insecurities, not your worth. Additional practical tip: use visualization. Imagine their words as leaves floating down a stream, drifting away from you. 9. When words can't solve the problem sometimes, silence signals a shift from talk to action. The Stoics believed in doing rather than dwelling. Expanded example: you and a partner repeatedly argue about finances. Instead of continuing the debate, create a budget and take actionable steps to address the issue. Additional practical tip: identify one small action you can take immediately to break the cycle of overthinking. These 9 situations highlight the power of silence in navigating life's challenges. Silence isn't passive. It's a deliberate choice that reflects wisdom, self-control, and strength. Marcus Aurelius showed us that true power lies in restraint. By practicing silence, we open the door to deeper understanding, better relationships, and inner peace. Let's recap the 9 situations where silence is transformative. When you're angry, when you lack full knowledge, during heated arguments, when tempted to gossip, when criticism isn't constructive, when others are sharing their pain, when you're planning, when provoked by insults, when words can't solve the problem. Each of these scenarios ties back to a core Stoic principle: the power of restraint. Silence is more than the absence of words. It's a practice of discipline and intentionality. By mastering the art of silence, you'll find yourself making better decisions, cultivating stronger relationships, and navigating life with greater clarity. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Let's embrace the power of silence and make 2025 a year of growth and strength.